Hey, if you're between 60 and 67, sitting on a sizable 401k or IRA balance, and you haven't seriously considered converting to a Roth yet, I want you to pause for a moment because what I'm about to share could completely rewrite your retirement tax game. If we haven't met before, my name is Keith Wilson, a financial advisor, and in this video, I'm going to expose a little known window of opportunity for Roth conversions that could close sooner than most people realize. So you'll learn why this window exists, how it came to be, and what recent changes make now such a critical time to take action. I'll also show you a real-world example of a couple who converted early and unlocked some long-term tax savings even while they were still working. And by the end, I'll leave you with two powerful questions that most retirees don't know how to answer. But once you do, you'll see clearly whether a Roth conversion makes sense for you. So stick around, because if you're in your early 60s with a large tax-deferred account and you're nearing retirement, what I cover here could be the difference between paying potentially far more tax later or setting yourself up to pay far less. So let's get to it. So imagine this. You've just retired, maybe at 60 or 62. You've no longer earning a paycheck, but you haven't started Social Security yet. Your income is lower than it's been in decades. That's your golden window. It's that sweet spot when your taxable income dips, but you still have flexibility over where your money comes from. Maybe you have a taxable brokerage account or some savings you can live off of during those years. That gives you a chance to start unwinding your pre-tax accounts, those 401ks and IRAs, right before required minimum distributions kick in. So why does this matter? Well, because here's the thing. If you wait until age 73, or for some, age 75, those required minimum distributions, they can sneak up fast. So I've seen retirees who've built up over $1 million in tax-deferred accounts, and when RMDs hit, suddenly they're forced to take out, $40,000, $50,000, or even $60,000 a year, whether they need it or not. So that income could push you into a higher tax bracket, calls up to 85% of your Social Security to become taxable, and even trigger IRMA surcharges, those extra Medicare premiums that can add thousands of dollars a year in hidden costs. And look, by that point, your options are limited. But if you use the golden window wisely, you can get ahead of all that. So here's how the strategy works in simple terms. Let's say you retire at 62 and you're planning to wait until 67 to take Social Security. Those 5 years are prime time for Roth conversions. You can strategically move money from your traditional IRA or 401k into a Roth IRA. Pay the taxes now while your income is lower, and take that money and let it grow tax-free in that Roth for the rest of your life. You can even spread the conversions over several years to stay in a comfortable tax bracket. So think of it as tax bracket management. You're intentionally filling up the lower tax brackets now so you don't get crushed by higher ones later. Let me give you an example. I worked with a couple who retired at 61. They had a nice brokerage account that could cover about 5 years of expenses. So we decided to delay Social Security until 67. Now, during those years, we converted roughly $100,000 a year from their IRA into a Roth. And here's the best part. They now have a Roth bucket that's completely tax-free and gives them flexibility for future withdrawals. Now, of course, you got to follow the rules with Roth conversions, but converting after you're 59 and a half, there's no more 10% penalty. You just will be taxed on the earnings part unless you wait 5 years. Now, that's what I call tax control in retirement. But everyone's situation is going to be different. And that's why I have left a link below to talk with me about your own situation. So check that out. Now, people often ask, Keith, if the tax cuts from the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act were made permanent under the One Big Beautiful Bill, why should I rush to do conversions now? Great question. Yes, the brackets are now permanent. Your window isn't. Even with stable tax rates, your income will likely rise again once RMDs begin. Social Security starts, and your flexibility, well, that disappears. So the goal isn't to beat a tax hike. The goal is to control timing, deciding when and how to pay your taxes instead of the IRS deciding for you. Doing conversions during those lower income years keeps your future income, more predictable. It smooths out your tax brackets, and it could reduce the ripple effects like Social Security taxation and IRMA. So how do you know if the golden window applies to you? Well, ask yourself these questions. Am I between ages 60 and 67? Have I retired, or will my income soon drop? Do I have enough in savings or a brokerage account to cover expenses for a few years? And have I not yet started Social Security? Now, if that sounds like you, this might be the perfect time to consider partial Roth conversions. So this isn't about, guessing. It's about building a blueprint, a real financial plan that connects your income needs, your tax strategy, and your retirement timeline. So by doing all that, your future doesn't sneak up and surprise you. So the bottom line is your golden window doesn't last forever. Once Social Security starts and RMDs kick in, your flexibility, that starts to close. But right now, between ages 60 and 67, you may have the power to shift your retirement from tax heavy to tax efficient. So take advantage of it while you can. Hey, look, if you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe. I would appreciate it. I post weekly videos to help you make smarter retirement decisions that actually fit your life. And if you like to see what your own Roth conversion strategy could look like, again, there's a link below to schedule a call. Hey, hope to see you next time. If you like what you're seeing so far, check out this next video. Subscribe to the channel. Lord willing, we'll see you next time.